The holiday season is a time for giving, but that doesn't mean it have to cost the earth or your bank account. I want to show you creative ways of how you can gift, be a bit more mindful about the way you're giving, and also be sustainable and have other ideas of gifting. So the first point that I'm giving you is the DIY gifts. For the DIY gift, there's so many options out there, and we have an endless amount of creativity available, such as we can make cookie dough jars, like a prepped thing. We can make any bakings, food supplies. We can knit something from them. We can create. Our endless creativity is here questioned. That can be also you're creating something, a salt, a bathing salt, some essential oil, some moisturizer, or you try to make your own soap, creating like a tea, so a herbal tea or something like that, or a palm. There's so many ways. You have the gift of being creative in that. For me, it adds a personal touch if the gifts are made by yourself or created. It puts a lot of heart and effort into your gifts, and I really appreciate if I have a gift that is given to me that is handmade, bring the thought in it and the essence of the person who is giving me the gift. And also, if you have an idea or an inspiration, try to see if you find those supplements or items in a secondhand store. If you want to create something on a budget, also there are endless options where you can get the resources, get the inspiration on a platform such as Pinterest. DIYs can also be found on YouTube, a ton of them. So that's really something I can give you as an option of bringing your personal touch into the gift and not just buying it, making that little transaction with sometimes less meaning out of it. And that also brings us automatically to the second point, is set yourself a budget. In my family, we implemented the Secret Santa to avoid getting a lot of gifts from each family member and to reduce the consumerism in the gifting itself. It helped us to be more mindful and also putting more effort in the one individual gift that you're giving to your family members. And we just pick a name and there you go, you pick a gift for one of your family members. And the benefit of this option is also you're never getting the same person so often. You rotate every year, and that can help you to not get in that monotone thing of always giving and pushing out and get so many gifts. And it can really get into a budget as well. It's crazy some days, and how I see people approaching the Christmas times with gifts, with ridiculous amount of money that will be spent on gifts, like having a list of things that are more than €100 or more. So that's why we also set in the Secret Santa an amount, a fixed amount that everyone can spend. If it is a bit less, okay, but that's kind of like the guidelines we have, and that's the same applies as well. If you want to go above, it's literally on you. If you want to put a bit more effort in that gift, that's fine, but at least you're having no obligation of going further up in the gift itself. And it might although be a bit a smaller gift than usual, but isn't it all about spending time with your family and not just of getting the purchase done, wrapping the gifts? It's spending time. I feel like that's the most cherishing thing. And as I said just in the point before, if you're creating the things by yourself, it has more meaning, or you give more meaning and thought into the gift you're giving. And that leads me to another idea of point number 3, give experience instead of stuff. Why? It's easier to go into the store, get an item and pack it in and gift it. It's a very easy way. But How often have you received a gift and just thought, oh, it's very nice? It might not be your taste, it might not be something that suits in your house. Over the time, you're gonna put it in a corner and it might be forgotten, or you even declutter it soon enough. So what can we do then? We can give experience. That can be with yourself. You're gifting an experience with you. You're going for an adventure. You're going for a weekend trip, for a day trip somewhere. But it can also be like just small things, like going to a little course in your hometown, getting a workshop that is just for that person that they're so passionate about and would like to go on that course. Crafting something, if they're really into art, get them something that is related to art. Giving the experience often holds longer in time than you think. And if I received gifts with memories, I remember them longer. I cherish them in my mind. And we even often take pictures of that day that we went, and we look back on them, and it's just, it lasts longer. It has more meaning in it. There are more emotions to connect with that are wired with that experience. So consider maybe to give like a voucher or a gift card, an experience that they can enjoy long term, or even like for one day with you, or just for the person itself. Gift them something that has an experience with it, that comes with a lot of things. We're moving on to point number 4, sustainable wrapping. So you found your gift, but how are we going to wrap it now? There are multiple options nowadays, but we can also be sustainable in that way, getting new things. So what I came across is about gift wrapping, like in fabric. That could be like included in the gift, like you get them a scarf, you get them a tea towel, you get them a t-shirt or something, and you wrap all of the things that you want to include with the scarf. You put them in, and the scarf is your wrapping paper. I think that's so nice, and it brings me so much joy to see that. It's like the zero waste effect of using a gift also as a wrapping paper is genius to me. I absolutely love it. That can be also with the fabric. You can use old t-shirts from your kids that you've grown out. It could be an old duvet or a pillowcase, any loose fabric that you can't really use for any other purpose. That would be the piece that you can wrap it with. But if it's not that, you can also use like gift boxes. If you have a very nice gift box, or like any, doesn't have to be like a cardboard, any type of boxes that look nice can be used as a gift. And that can be implemented in so many ways. You can also get like the paper bags, like our shopping bags that we get in our day-to-day basis, like the brown typical one. I for sure you know what I'm talking about. You can put them inside out and get that as a wrapping paper. So you have no logo on it, it's just plain brown or any kind of color it might have, and use that. So you're recycling what you already have. That's a great way. Or also what I started to do like years ago is keeping the wrapping paper or boxes that I had from last year. If they're still good, durable, the same applies to ribbons I've kept. But just be mindful about that. Don't go overboard and have like a stockpiling thing of all of wrapping papers. In the end, you know yourself how much you really need and how many people you're gifting through the whole year. And something that I keep for myself is just one wrapping paper through the whole year. I'm not having a specific Christmas, birthday theme, wedding theme. I just have one wrapping paper, and that has to suit all through the year. Or I find alternatives with other options. And that can make it so minimalistic. Like as I said, when you do the DIY, maybe you crochet like a little ribbon or something, and that keeps also the personal touch to your gift. I love making the gifts personal, and it's so adorable. I don't know, it just brings my personal intention into the gift. And that comes along as well with the eco-friendly decoration. Decorating the house can be fun, experimental, it gets you in the festive mood, but is it worth to always buy new Christmas decoration every year and throw the old ones, or feel like, oh, it's not trending anymore? I don't think that's a sustainable way if we're continuing with that. I have a suggestion for you, or something that I personally do. I'm so reducted in decoration. I just keep like very specific decorational things at certain spaces, such as our dining table. Yeah, but as a matter of fact, what I'm trying to touch on is use every year the same, or get a basic foundation of the things. Like get the basic wreath that you can customize every year with new materials or with the ones you had from last year, and optimize that. Like there is no need that you have to consume and get new things, bring every new trend of Christmas bulbs on your Christmas tree. Like there is no need for always that. And if you want to change it up, find maybe other resources. Can you do it out of paper? Can you exchange it with friends? Like if you have a good community and you want to switch things up, talk to your community, talk to your family member, and see if you can switch certain things out that they might not need. And in that way you can exchange and be more sustainable. Additionally, what I do to put me in the mood and use sources that are ecological and has to be connected with nature is go out to nature. Taking the walks, get out there, even if it's that chilly and you have to put the jacket a bit more, or it's just a crap of a weather at all and it's frustrating you that you have to go out in the weather, but please do it. You're getting the joy out of it. Like going to the park, taking your dog for a walk, and picking up things that you see that you can decorate with, like some branches that you can make a wreath for yourself. You can pick some pines, you can pick some nuts. There's so many ways that you can customize things, or even dry flowers if you have it available. That can be also very beneficial decorations. And we eat a lot of mandarins, oranges every time at this season. So if you dry them and have like the orange slices and the apple slices, that can be also a good way of customizing your gift on the top. Put it on your Christmas tree, making like a little bow or something. There is so many ways, or like a little string where you can put all of them together. There's so many creative ways. Like there's endless things. Or you make your little own mushrooms or deers with little sticks. There are so many things, and that can be implemented with kids, with date ideas over the weekend. Yeah, or just baking. Like getting into the baking season. Like I love to bake. I do that so many times. Sometimes it can be very hard to find gifts for family members. You might not know them so much, or you're so close that you don't know what to give and you're still on a budget. But think it in that way. You're communicating with them, you have conversations, you know kind of what hobby they are. So you generally start to listen, actively listen to them, what they're doing, what is their goal in life, what they're driven to at the moment. And there you find the resources for the gift. There you find the joys of that person. What is something that you can give as an item or as an experience to them as a gift. That can be, as an example, someone likes to walk, but now they're so passionate about jogging, they want to try that. So maybe find something that is accustomed to that. Get them like a water bottle, like a headband, like for sweating. Get them like a t-shirt, or like a light thing that if they want to run in the dark, that they can use that also. Find little things. that are found in the moments, and maybe they're directly talking to, oh, I wish I could make that pottery course, I'm so interested in doing and developing my skills. So maybe you can find a book personalized of different varieties, objects and forms that they can do with in the pottery course. So you're adapting to what they can do. If they're interested in art, get them like a specific pencil or painting color. There are so many ways that you can implement. If someone is interested in traveling, get them something for that. And it doesn't have to be like an expensive gift. As I said, it's about the meaning you thought in them. Just a nice card, or making an album with the pictures you've done together over the year, like a recap of an album. That's things that give of the momentum of the personal connection we have with each other as humans. And I really hope that you can choose this season's another approach of more sustainability, more connection in your community, of gifting the way of purpose. In the end, it's all about spending time, and you want to do something meaningful to them. So let me know what you are doing this year different. I'm so curious, what is your challenge you're facing sometimes with gifts? Let me know in the comments, and we see us the next time. Thank you so much for your time. Bye!